Welcome back guys to QBSYLUHV channel. Today we'd like to start my new playlist on this channel, what altcoins to buy now, and today video about FAT-AI token. On this channel I already got a playlist, should I buy this coin or not, where I make a fundamental analysis. But on this playlist I will make a technical analysis with my custom indicator set, where I would like to show you the potential of the price movement. If you didn't watch my video from June 2022 about top 10 altcoins under 10 cents, I highly recommend you watch it, because here what I talk about FAT. At least we can touch 60 cents. So if you accumulate at 6 cents, you can make a great profit. Even it's 0.5 LBFIP, it's around 800% gains. Of course, now you don't have to go all in other 9 tokens from this video, but it's just an example how the price movement and how the trend works. But you have to be careful with trend of AI tokens. And now I explain you why. Because you remember the hype around the dog coins, and the many of dog coins was just the copycats of Doge and the Shiba Inu. And now with all this hype around artificial intelligence, I think a lot of scammers will create the scam tokens just using the AI in the name of tokens. For example, it can be the Shiba Inu AI, Doge AI, DAO AI, NFT AI, Metaverse AI token, and most of them will be just a scam. Because of human psychology, the human nature, the people trying to find the hidden gem and jump in any single coin with the AI in the ticker name. So now you have to be careful with these tokens and make not a technical analysis, make also the fundamental analysis of coins and how to do your own research before any investment. I already made a video, so I highly recommend you watch it here. So today we'll talk only about the technical picture of FAT price action, and we will check what my indicator shows. So let's dive in. Let's start with the weekly time frame. And like I told you, the top, by my personal opinion, the top in crypto we got in April. So then we just formed the double top for Bitcoin, which has never happened before. You know, and then we crash on Bitcoin lower than the previous high, what already we didn't see before. So this cycle can be totally different. But by my personal opinion, the top and all-time high for many coins was in April. So here we got this FIP for FAT from April to correction. This in summer. In May and the summer, so this FIB relevant. And like you can see, here's a top, here's a bottom here in May, and here how the perfectly work this FIB exactly to 0.61. So it's a healthy correction now for FAT. So it's not a going to the moon, you know, like this one and going higher. No. It's just a healthy correction to this downtrend move. We got also 2 downtrend lines. First one from April. If we use the from April, one touch, second touch, didn't touch this time, but correct to 0.5 LBFIP. Then, like usual, I always showed you, you can use the 27 zone. When you see the altcoins near the 27 zone, it's always minus 0.18 and 27. In a higher time frame, it's more relevant, this zone will be, but it works on whole time frames, you know. That's why on a weekly time frame, we was around 27 zone. It's not necessary, so we have to come in, but maybe not now. So this FIB still in play, you know. But I mark it, like I showed you in video, here the zone between 6 cents. It was the good accumulation stage where you can start accumulate from 6 cents, for example, to 2 cents. And we got a range, drop FTX, and play out to 61 LBFIP. What we can see on this drop, nobody could predict the FTX crash. And like you can see, we're going out of the second one trend line. If you use the trend line from the top in November, here's a touch, and here's a touch, and we're going out just in range. So not every single time we're breaking out the downtrend with impulse. No, sometimes we're just going out on a sideways. And we got the reaction because of IE trend. Now all this hype around. What we can see next, just by basic technical analysis on this picture. So many altcoins formed the lower low than 2020. So some altcoins like Algo, for example, we drop lower than 2020. For FAT, it's not necessary, so we have to make a move like this one. But we have all chances. So you can keep in mind this scenario. We saw the impulse on Zilliqa before the Metapolis hype, and then we crashed from 15 cents to 2 cents once again. So everything can happen on the crypto. You always have to keep in mind. So of course now the people made over than 80% gains, so it's cool. And now the people can make a mistake and jump all in the FAT because they will see the article about, we go into $10 or we go into $20. Of course, it's just up to your risk. It's only up to you. Of course, we can go in higher, of course, because of trend, the market capitalization will grow in whole IE industry, But for me, the zone of interest was here, around 27 zone. What you have to do now, it's only to your opinion, because for me, it's kind of risky jump in now in FAT. So would be good to see, but it's not necessary, so we have to see this one move. Would be good to see the move. I think we can even go to 86 level by flip to 77, and all people waiting the new all-time high, but then we can make a correction one more time to 17 cents. And it will be the healthy correction, trust me. It will be the healthy correction, and imagine, to people who will jump in at, for example, 70, we can drop to 17. And we can lose in momentum 77%. So the people, of course, the IE industry will grow. For a long run, yes, it's cool. And I will make another video explain you the technology of the FAT. So it's the technology of the FAT, it's really useful in real life. You have to understand. So it's not just meme coin or some creating the images, some JPEGs from IE technology. No, it's utility for mass adoption, for governments. I will make another video about FAT technology. So for a long run, yes, it's cool. And now, to looking at this basic picture, would be good to see healthy correction to test this downtrend line above, because at least we got untradeable fair value gaps. It's not unnecessary, so we have to come back and close all these gaps, but most likely yes, we can come back. A lot of people remember the story with the sand. I will show you the sand chart in my next video where we will analyze the sandbox, but most likely the people who watch this green candles didn't believe we can drop one more time. So now we are still just in the downtrend. It's just the first correction to first target 0.61 level by FIB. So now we can see move even higher to 78 level by FIB, for example, 72, 77 cents, and still will be in the downtrend. Then we can go to first zone of interest, 33, for example, close, fulfill, bounce, and come back, retest. If we will see something like COVID dump again, or some crypto ban, or something, something terrible in the world, yes, we can see one more time retest of this zone and close this gap at 20 or even 12 cents. This is just a basic technical analysis. What about my indicator shows here on money flow on a weekly time frame? We got a lot of money flow into this coin. So now a lot of people make a parabolic move, but we can trade long time period here. The few weeks, for example, like it was here. Here we can trade maybe 2 months or so. so it's not unnecessary. So now the fat is overbought. We can just make a continuation. On a monthly time frame, you can see we just start climbing up to the top. Like you can see here, last year in 2021, we trade here from March, I guess from March till December, so half year. So we can trade here like this one. So we can make a move like this and crash one more time. And forming double top, on the money power indicator. So that's one more red flag. So you have to be ready. So the people who bought it here, they can easily sell at 60 cents or even higher and cash out of this coin. On a weekly time frame, also on the ADZ, we totally overbought here. But basically, like you remember, I showed you how the ADZ works. We can forming the 3 tops. So we can forming the move like this one on a weekly time frame. So we can walk even to by end of this year in this move. And we can see something like this on the chart. Even beat the new all-time high and showing the $1.31. But forming the huge divergence on a chart, and after that crash to close this gap. So this gap we can leave, for example, but at least drop from $1.31 to close this full fill to 33 cents, it will be hard. So just keep in mind this scenario. So now everybody who made 80%, 800% profit, they can easily put the price higher to bring the FOMO on AI technology coins and wrecked newbies. So now let's take a look on take profit indicator. And like I always showed you, when we drop under fundamental line, it's good time to accumulate. Also, when we bounce from the buy line, it's good time to accumulate. So we drop under fundamental price, bounce at the buy line, go in a sideways, retest buy line once again, and make impulse up to exit line. So if you didn't watch my video about this indicator, I highly recommend you to watch and understand the logic and how this indicator works, because it showed the great win rate for the long run for swing traders. Here we got a reaction in December from take profit and exit line, drop and continue the rally by the hyper round. On a weekly time frame, like you can see, we just was way under fundamental price on a weekly time frame, and now we finally, here's the reaction, we finally broke first reaction at take profit line and rejection at exit line. It's not unnecessary, so we have to now drop like this one insanely, but we have all chances going down and even test the buy line once again, 24 cents. So yes, it's possible. It's possible. So just follow the trends every single time. Just follow the trend. So let's take a look what's going on the crypto flight direction, and always zoom out and look the higher time frame, because a lot of people made a mistake. They analyze only the 1 hour time frame, the 4 hour time frame. Oh, we got over a bought on the 4 hour time frame, but come on, we can lay down on the bottom at on the same time on a weekly time frame. So what we can see on the weekly time frame for Fed, like you can see, this indicator also showed the great win rate because they showed the accumulation of big players. And here, when the coin lay down, so here is no interest for this coin, and when the coin lay down, the big players understand they will pump the new narrative and the new trend. So from May, here from 17 cents, they start accumulate insanely, and we got a signal to pump here exactly at December. So after FTX crash, after a long time, half year accumulation, the coin laid out on our bottom, then pump it. So now we didn't see the signal to sell, on the weekly time frame. We didn't even touch the overhype zone, So Now we can still be in accumulation stage. On the daily time frame, the picture a little bit different. So they accumulate step by step here. And now we got redistribution zone. So they impulse, they can withdraw initial deposit and pump it higher. And then we got a signal to sell. But always have to double check the higher time frame. So on crypto-flight direction, yes, we can make a correction like this one, but trade long time period here. So it's not unnecessary, so we have to dump now. Now, what we can see also on my last two indicators, it's market mood. Here on the daily time frame, yes, it's a great example how this indicator works. Here, when you see extremely red color, but depends of your time frame, you know, we can redistribute long time period here. From June to September, we redistribute, the big players redistribute coin. Now we see almost the same picture, but we're much lower. That's why we have a room for growth now to redistribute even to 1.61 level by FIB. That's why the big players start selling. So the big players who accumulate, for example, at 6 cents, they can easily withdraw at 28 cents and get a lot of profit. It's for retail investors hard to make money. If you got, for example, even 1K or 5K, you are so greedy and you wait the million from this coin. But for people who bought at 6 cents, 1 million fat coins, they can easily withdraw it at 12 cents and withdraw initial deposit and leave just the free coins. So also look how this indicator play out on distance. Every single time when you see on crypto-flight market mode the white color or cold blue color, it's good time to accumulate. Good time to accumulate. So here on a price chart. From May, the big players start accumulate. If you bought at 27, then for example at 8, and then in December here, after FTX crash in November at 5, so your average price can be around 10 cents. 10 cents or 12. So yes, of course, you will see some losses on the portfolio, but for long run, this indicator play perfectly well. Zoom out and take a look on a weekly time frame. The same picture. Look, the big players accumulate during this white time period. From May till November, they accumulated. Then cold blue color and pump. But like you can see, it's not that pump and not that hype like it was in March and in October. That's why we have a room for growth like this one, even higher. It means on the price we can see the new all-time high. And if we take a look on a monthly time frame, yes, you can see everything red. So the big players accumulate and distribute, So we got an interest from the whales to this asset. And let's take a look on the last one indicator. It's trade on indicator. What it shows here from higher time frame to the lower time frame on how it play out before. Here in monthly time frame, we got call to buy at 8 cents last time. Here it's call to buy at 4 cents and signal to sell. That's why I showed you why I think the April and the May, it was the top for the crypto. So it's all-time high. It's a beginning of bear market. Now this one. So we got a signal to sell. And now we got a signal to close position on a monthly time frame. We don't even see the new signal to buy. Maybe the signal to buy will appear if we retest the zone. We'll see some signal to buy one more time on a monthly time frame. On a weekly time frame, the situation a little bit different. Here, it depends of your style of trading. You know, here we got a signal to sell in August 2020, signal to close position, and signal to sell and sell one more time. So you can close out of this token at $1 and start accumulate when you see the green triangle. So it's a recommendation to close position. So now we don't even see the signal to strong signal to buy. But you can, it depends of your style of trading. It depends of metrics, you know. So you have to understand the indicator can't predict the trend. So if you sell it here, you can close your position here, for example, or if you open short here, you can close and start accumulate. So if you see the basic technical analysis and we are not so far from a 27 zone, it's good time to buy this coin, for example. And on the daily time frame here, what we can see, we got strong signal to buy. It's more for intraday traders. You know, strong signal to buy in November, exactly on FTX crash at 5 cents. Then for intraday, this indicator recommend us to take profit at 8 cents, for example, and sell it here at 12. Or start step by step your position. Here, here, and here. What do we got now? We got one more signal to sell. So the higher time frame, the strongest signal. So it's not unnecessary, so we have to make a move like this one now, but everything can happen. And also by basic technical analysis, now we can see if also we can drop like this one, it will be the healthy correction to retest this zone and forming the cup and handle. According to this cup and handle pattern, what we can see next, if we just take a look like this one, the size, it can be around new high. You know, it's over than the first level. So yes, the same situation with algo, I guess. We can see this handle, trade some time period. A lot of people cash out here, but the whales push the price higher to bring the FOMO. So the targets for people who want to take a risk, the target is $1, 31 to $2.02. But you have to always keep in mind the trend came and trends goes. So, but I think the trend of IE will be longer than the trend of dog coins. Guys, I hope you like this. I hope you like this video about FAT. Write please in comment what do you think about this coin at all. Is this coin got a future or it's just a hype now and it's just a trend, just a local trend, and we're going down? I think, honestly, the artificial intelligence sector will be the multi-trillion sector on the future, but it's not necessary. So all coins with IE in the name ticker will pump like FAT or many others. So thank you for watching. Subscribe channel, hit the like button, hit the notification button, and don't forget to join my Telegram channel. See you next time, guys.